So the 22nd of July 2025, I've gone to the chemist this morning to get my methadone prescription and it's been stopped. Now, saying I missed an appointment, but I haven't had any text messages to say I had an appointment or anything. And strangely enough, there's been an appointment remade for Friday, but my drug worker, who says he's made the appointment and who says he's messaged me, but he hasn't, and I can prove this through my text messages, is not going to be at this appointment on Friday. Now that's very strange, and that's so I cannot ask him to message my phone, which will come up with all the messages that he's apparently sent. And that is exactly why it's been done. Now, the community drug team, I've had quite a few problems where I've been called down there on total spontaneous made appointments just to get me out of my property so people can enter my property and do things. Now, they set me up to be murdered. I was at the community drug team when people had been in my house and added a second fuse box in my fuse box. I got home to 2 fuse boxes and all the electrics reversed and a new power cable fitted to the flat downstairs, which was then used for weeks and weeks to deprive me of sleep, to harass me, and then to eventually coax me into cutting through the power main on the second fuse box that had been installed. I sent all the pictures of this second fuse box to Eon on emails, which I believe have now been totally hidden and disregarded since a brand new telephone pole was fitted round the back of my flat that connects all the telephone lines on this street. There's only 7 houses on this street. Now there's a reason that that telephone pole was changed, and that is to hide evidence that would back me up, because I sent all pictures of both fuse boxes to Eon, my electricity provider. I rang them on the day I got home to find an extra fuse box had been fitted in my home, and after I was coaxed into cutting through that fuse box, which didn't kill me, thankfully, and didn't even knock the power off from the flat underneath, but when I went to the flat underneath to check if there was still power, they still had all their electric, and the police answered the door. And the police had an electrician with them who removed this second fuse box. And then they was trying to coax me into a reaction. The police going, what can we charge him with? What do you think we can charge him with? I've been coaxed into cutting through my electric box to kill me and to make it look like an accident. And this is not the first thing that's been done. I have had massive amounts of corruption, as you can hear them. They drive past my flat every time I'm making these videos and put the siren on. Every single time this happens, not just once. Every single time I'm texting a message that involves me mentioning things that have happened to me that the police have been involved with, they drive past, they put the siren on as they pass my flat. This is what I'm having to put up with. I'm having people driving through junctions on the road, knocking me off my bicycle. This guy is an uninsured driver, an unregistered driver, and he has just been allowed to drive off from the scene of a road traffic accident. And nothing has been done. Why are the police letting uninsured, unregistered drivers just drive away from the scene of a road traffic accident where he has seriously hurt a cyclist? There was an ambulance already there and 4 police officers already at the scene before he even drove through the junction and hit me. The police officers would not come over. They were running around like headless chickens. When I regained consciousness and looked at the ambulance, it sped off at speed. There was a CCTV camera right on the top of the lamppost, right where they hit me, at Aynham Wharf, Blackburn, in September 2024. They're saying there's no CCTV. It's all being covered up. This is what happens when you go out with a girl whose brother He's an inspector in the police, and when he's an Asian, and he's training police officers in Qatar, Saudi Arabia now. And this is what I'm facing because I got a girl pregnant whose brother, she's an Asian girl, half caste, half Pakistani, on all the above. Since I got her pregnant and have a 10-year-old child with her who's called Poppy, they've been trying to basically murder me. And this all started, seriously started, around 10 years ago. As soon as she had that child,